In this video, we are going to be drilling out the hole for our clock mechanism in the clock face. It's really important before we do this that we double check that this X that we marked is right in the middle of your clock face. You can do that with your square or your ruler. The ruler, just connect it corner to corner from the edge line that you drew to the edge of the block, both ways. With the square, we'll do the same basic thing. Put it against your frame, line it up here at the corner, and then again up here at the corner of the line to make sure it matches up, and it should connect right there in the middle as it does. So you want to make sure you check both directions. Again, this is just a last minute check. Looks like I'm good there, I'm good there, and I'm good here at the mark in the middle. Double check that before we start to make sure that you have that centered in your board. It will sometimes interfere with the hand movement if it's too high or too low. Before we head to the shop, again, take care of your hair. All hair ties should be back. All jewelry, watches, etc. You need to remove those because those could get snagged in the drill press. You're then going to make sure you have your safety glasses. Again, get your safety glasses, put them on. You're gonna need those on in the back of the shop. Once you have everything and you've double cleared, so long as you have permission from your teacher, you're gonna come back to the shop. Now I'm gonna show you how we are going to be using the tools in the shop. So first, we're gonna come on back into the shop with your glasses on. You shouldn't need ear protection for this unless other cutting is still going on. We have two drill presses. Drill press number 1 is this first drill press, the gray one on the end of the bench. Drill press number 2 is this red drill press. Obviously, we're gonna start at drill press number 1. So what we're gonna do on this one is set up our drilling for the main hole through your block of wood. So we have to put the hole through there first. So we have a new setup here. We have a clamp, the table, the drill bit. Through the drill press to work, again, we have the red switch. Pull it to turn it on, push it to turn it off. You're gonna take this handle and roll it toward yourself, and that, as you can see, lowers the drill bit head. We're gonna be using this from the starting position till all the way till it stops, till it cannot go any lower, and then bring it up controlled. Do not let it go, bring it up controlled. To start with this, we're going to slide your board under the clamp that we have on here. So just make sure it slides underneath and make sure the lever is all the way back. You can see this lever flips forward. You want that lever all the way back before you start, so your wood slides underneath. With the machine off, you're going to then line up the tip of the drill bit and the tip of the drill bit with the center of your X that you made. To do a couple little tests, there should be a little dent right here in your board. So line up the tip of the drill bit in that dent while putting gentle pressure down with the drill bit, just gentle. Take this clamp, make sure it is straight in line with the table. You're gonna flip that down all the way forward to lock it in place. You still need to hold on right here at the edge so it doesn't turn, but make sure you're holding on at the edge of the table. It'll be at the table, not past it. If you hold out here, it'll bend the board up, and it'll actually make it so that the drill press drills at a crooked angle. So once you have that down, just holding down here at the edge, you're gonna flip this forward, and you're gonna slowly roll the drill bit down through the center of your X, nice and steady till it's down to the bottom. Bring it up and shut it down. Make sure that it's stopped first. You don't want to catch your fingers on the chuck there. Once it's fully stopped, you can take the lever all the way back and pull your board out. You're gonna have a dustpan right here, right by here. So you're going to take your shavings into the dustpan. Make sure it goes all the way through your board there. And it did. Then you're going to clean your station. So do a quick sweep up on top. There'll be a few crumbs down here. You won't be able to get everything out from under the drill press, but you'll be able to get most of it out. Clean it up, just make sure there's no mess. Hold on to this because you're gonna need it in a moment. Once you finish with drill press number 1, you are then gonna need to come over with your board to drill press number 2, which is right next door. Drill press number 2, we are going to be adding the countersink. The countersink bit is not a regular drill bit. You can see here it's got an angled bit. This is going to make the hole more angled so that we can make our clock parts fit through there. So just like before, same operation. The machine looks a little different, but it's exactly the same. Slide it underneath the clamp. With the machine off, we have to center it. Now here's the important part for centering. You want the cone of the bit, and you're gonna have to go kind of at an angle here because of the clamp fitting. The cone of your bit needs to be centered in your hole. So don't just slam it in there. You wanna make sure that the cone is centered in the hole you've drawn. Once you have that centered, again, pull that clamp all the way forward so it's locked down. You still want to hold on to it again. So bring this up. It's going to be really loud, and you're going to do this on both sides. So you're going to do it on the first side, shut it off, unclamp it, flip it over, do it again. So we start it. I'm going to come down, bring it up, shut it off, wait for it to stop, flip the clamp back, and you can just kind of tap that into the dustpan. Now if you notice, it put a nice little beveled hole into that main hole. That's going to be where we can put our washers and things for our clock mechanisms. That's the front side. Flip it over. We're going to do the same thing on the back side. So line it up first. Don't just smash it in there. Get it lined up and centered. Clamp it down. Bring your bit up. Start it. And bring it up and shut it down. Notice I didn't hold it down there grinding. You don't need to hold it down. You just need to get it so that is making the hole. Once it stops, because I also have this set so it stops, then you're good. So machine is done. Unclamp it. Tap off my work in the dustpan. And one more time, we're gonna clean. So brush off here on top. Brush off a little bit in the bottom that you can get, and get the counter. Once you have that clean, find your nearest garbage can. This one happens to be across the room. There will likely be one closer. Tap off the dustpan and bring it back to your location. Once you have both sides, the front and back, drilled out with both the main drill bit on drill press 1 and the angled bit on drill press 2 for the countersink, you are done with the drilling and you're going to go on to the next step.